Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hesti Indrasari. I'm from PBI Afternoon Class. I will classify the mass media topic that my group is presenting. First, our group misrepresented material that should have been for S1, but we present material for S2. We looked for reference material from the internet and did not see the material that had been given by our lecturer. The reason we looked for reference for internet was because we thought that was easier, and we forgot that our lecturer had given us an ebook as a material guide for presentation. My friend and I apologize profusely. Secondly, we apologize for being late to answer question for my friend who asked, because in my place the signal was difficult or not support, and I discussed with my friend to answer the question, so it was hampered because of the difficult signal in my place. After I was still typing and want to send the answer, it turned out that our lecturer have given the answer. Once again, I apologize for being careless in making the material, so that it misrepresent the material and is late giving the answer. The material tells us that mass media refers to a diverse array of media technologies that react a large audience via mass communication. Mass media interpreting descriptive framework of practice. How the event programmers format and produce where interpret takes place in the mass media. First, mode of interpreting in live broadcast are listen, simultaneous, mixed simultaneous listen. Mode of interpreting in recorded broadcast or podcast are: first, listen as in a live broadcast. Second, embed listen. Next, third, simultaneous as in live broadcast. Fourth, edit interpret simultaneous with the original interpreters performers. 5, pre-recorded simultaneous by the interpreter based on the original. The last, edit interpreters performers and recorded by radio broadcast. Second, location and live broadcast. First, studio. Second, outdoor studio. Third, on location. Location in recorded broadcast or podcast. First, studio. Second, outdoor studio. Third, on location. And the last, editing room. How interruption works in the mass media. Live event and record relate to: first, news coverage. Example, 24-hour news channel such as BBC World Service and Channel 24 Horas of Spain's RTVE TV. Second, news report. The example, world news reports on ERTE, and the last, broadcast events around the world, for example, the Tour de France. And knowing that live and recorded broadcasts even required interpreting. And also, I just found out that there are two types of interpreters. Before, I thought that translation or interpreting based on the language needs of the channel and the international news and event covered is the same, namely using English to the mother tongue of a certain country. But apparently there are two types. The first, the in-house interpreter speaks the most common foreign language appearing on the channel. The second, freelance interpreters are called in when more interpreters who master this language are needed. This material also discusses there are three distinctive settings in which translation media talk in Portuguese interaction occur in the mass media today, and their implication for interpretive practice. The first, differences in live interviews on TV and radio, which previously I also thought that in a live interview on television or radio, and radio, it was the same. The second one, discuss multi-party debates. An example of multi-party debates is electoral debates, which might be broadcast by foreign TV or radio station due to the interest that they generate globally and locally. And the third or the last one, discuss press conference. Press conferences are common venue for interpreters. Press conference can also be called multimedia or multimodal setting with complex implication for the interpreter. So the point is that regardless of who hires the interpreters, the notion of loyalty to the client is blurred, and different interests must be checked by the interpreter. The production and broadcasting of worldwide broadcast events are provided by the organizing and partner media institution. Events of this type typically include, first, award ceremonies. For example, the Academy Awards, the Grammy Awards, the Nobel Prize, or the FIFA Ballon d'Or. Second, contests. For example, the Eurovision Song Contest, the Miss and Mr. Universe contest, and the last, shows. For example, the Olympic opening and closing ceremony. After reading about this material, I'll also come to know that mass media products are initially made for a specific target language audience, until finally at some point after having been broadcast, they cross their monolingual frontier and are exported or broadcast for large audience which may not necessarily speak the search language. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.